What if everything you were taught about money in school was specifically designed to keep you comfortably in the middle class? We are told to work hard, save 10%, and wait 40 years for a retirement that might not even exist. But there is a hidden strategy, a completely different rulebook used by the ultra-wealthy that they intentionally never teach you. Today, we decode the untaught blueprint, the exact leverage mechanisms that create exponential wealth in record time. This is Adler. He stopped playing the traditional game, rewrote his own rules, and won. Let me show you his playbook. Years ago, Adler followed the standard script. He got the degree, secured the safe job, and put his head down. But despite doing everything right, he felt trapped. He was trading his life force for a paycheck that barely kept up with inflation. His breakthrough came when he stopped asking, "How do I get a raise?" and started asking, "How do the rich actually compound capital?" He realized that the traditional path is a linear trap. To achieve financial escape velocity, he needed asymmetric leverage. He developed a 7-step strategy that completely bypasses the traditional corporate ladder. Let's break down step 1. Part 1. Mastering asymmetric risk-to-reward ratios. But Adler learned that true wealth requires asymmetric bets, situations where the downside is capped, but the upside is literally infinite. For example, spending a weekend building a digital product. The maximum risk is a few hours of lost time. But the upside? That digital product can be sold 10,000 times without any extra production cost.
Psychologically, humans are hardwired for loss aversion. We naturally prefer a guaranteed small sum over a potential massive gain.
Adler had to consciously override his biological programming. He started seeking out calculated, asymmetric opportunities every single day. In the world of asymmetric risk, you can afford to fail 9 times out of 10 because the one win covers all losses and makes you rich. He learned to ruthlessly protect his downside while keeping his upside entirely uncapped. The untaught lesson: stop playing games where the best possible outcome is merely surviving. Part 2. The ultimate decoupling of time and income. The biggest lie told by the traditional education system is that money is tied to hours worked. If you trade time for money, your wealth is mathematically limited. You simply cannot work more than 24 hours a day. Adler realized he had to sever this link entirely. He transitioned from being a bucket carrier to a pipeline builder. He focused on assets with zero marginal cost of reproduction: media, code, content, and digital systems.
While he is reading, sleeping, or traveling, his digital clones are constantly delivering value to the market and collecting revenue.
When your income is decoupled from your time, you are no longer at the mercy of an employer or an hourly wage. You are rewarded strictly for the value you provide, not the hours you suffer. The takeaway: build or acquire systems that earn money while your physical body rests. Part 3. The arbitrage of attention and internet leverage. Historically, your wealth was limited by your local geography. If you owned a store, you could only sell to your town. Adler recognized that the internet offers permissionless leverage. You don't need a factory, investors, or a degree to reach the world. In the modern economy, attention is the most valuable currency. If you can ethically command attention, you can print capital. Most people act purely as consumers. They give their attention away for free to algorithms engineered to distract them. Adler flipped the script. He stopped consuming and started producing. He became the architect of the algorithm, not the victim. By sharing his specialized knowledge online, he built a global monopoly of trust. And trust monetizes at incredible speeds. This requires a fundamental identity shift from being an audience member to becoming the stage director. Every article, video, or piece of code you publish is a tiny digital real estate property working on your behalf. Lesson 3. Master the art of capturing attention and build your own permissionless media empire. Part 4. The Strategic Ignorance Protocol.
The world is designed to keep you in a constant state of panic and distraction. It is highly profitable for the media.
When your mental bandwidth is entirely consumed by micro events and out-of-control crises, you have zero energy left to build wealth. Adler implemented strategic ignorance. He deliberately chose to ignore 99% of the noise. He realized that deep work is the ultimate competitive advantage in a world of distracted amateurs. By protecting his mornings and ruthlessly defending his focus, he achieved more in 4 hours than most do in a week. He stopped reacting to daily market fluctuations and started positioning himself for decade-long macro trends. This extreme mental discipline prevents the emotional investing mistakes that wipe out the middle class. You must treat your attention like your most precious capital. Do not spend it on things you cannot control. Disconnect from the chaos. Wealth is built in absolute, uninterrupted silence. Part 5. The Wealth Network Multiplier and the Mastermind Principle. The middle class is taught to network by handing out resumes and begging for jobs at crowded, desperate events. The core strategy hinges on precise integration of these 3 foundational elements to achieve unparalleled market penetration. Once inside these private circles, the rules of gravity change. Access to capital, private deals, and high-level talent becomes effortless. An idea that would take a solo entrepreneur 5 years to execute can be launched by a mastermind in 5 weeks. Psychologically, you inevitably rise or fall to the exact standard of your immediate peer group.
Welcome home. Let's fly.
Instead of trapping his capital in a dead equity house, he rented his lifestyle and used his capital to buy extreme cash-flowing assets.
The wealthy rent where they live, but they own the commercial buildings, the businesses, and the intellectual property. Because he didn't own a house, Adler had the ultimate leverage, the ability to instantly relocate to wherever opportunity was highest.
With these tokens of value, we secure our future, ensuring strategic growth and professional excellence. This strategy requires ignoring the judgment of society, which views renting as throwing money away.
Own only what puts money into your pocket. Rent everything that takes money out of it.
Part 7. The Endgame and Generational Leverage. The final strategy nobody teaches you is how to completely bypass the limits of your own mortality. The middle class plans for retirement. The ultra-wealthy plan for 3 generations down the line. Adler didn't just build wealth in his own name. He built fortresses, legal entities that outlive him and protect the capital. But more importantly than passing down money, Adler meticulously documented his frameworks to pass down his mindset. Wealth without the psychological operating system to handle it is a curse. It vanishes within 1 generation. The ultimate wealth strategy is ensuring that your financial IQ is inherited by your children long before the money is. You are not just saving for a beach house. You are the founding architect of your family's future dynasty. Final lesson: stop thinking in years. Start executing in centuries. The school system failed you on purpose. It was designed to create obedient workers, not wealthy owners.
Adler succeeded because he unlearned everything he was taught and adopted the hidden playbook of the elite.
He decoupled his time from his income. He took calculated asymmetric bets. He achieved total sovereignty. This level of wealth is not reserved for the lucky. It is a mathematical certainty for those who execute the right code. You are standing at a crossroads right now. The comfortable lie of the middle class, or the uncomfortable truth of the wealthy. The strategies are out there. The leverage has never been cheaper or more accessible in human history. It is entirely up to you to pick up the tools and start building your own escape velocity. Your real financial education begins the exact moment you realize the old system is completely broken.
Empire.
If this video shattered your old financial programming today, do not let this powerful momentum go to waste. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to join the top 1% of wealth builders on this channel. Drop a comment below and tell me immediately, which of these 7 untaught strategies will you implement first? Leave a like to hack the algorithm and click the video on your screen right now to discover the daily habits of self